So they gain 4, but we have, how much do we have? They have to block with the apparitions here. Yeah. Okay. They've got 4. And that's game. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing an anti-midrange JETMIR Werewolves deck. It's a standard best of 3 list with average converted mana cost 2.4, 15 non-creatures, 19 creatures, and 26 lands. Now, it's a Naya Wolves deck led by JETMIR basically, that has a pretty simple goal in mind, which is to battle out all these mid-range decks, be extra aggressive, and just go for the win, basically. So, the reason why I went with Werewolves again, and JETMIR here, is because Werewolves tend to get significantly bigger than any other aggressive creatures when it comes to Meathook Massacre, right? Werewolves can certainly get bigger than what a Meathook Massacre can go for when it's in the first important turns, right? Like turn 4, turn 5, right? They have 3 toughness, plus when they flip, they get even more powerful. At the same time, like we have ways over here of protecting them, putting +1/+1 counters on them. So we have to battle out that Meathook Massacre. And Meathook Massacre is the card that makes midrange successful in a way. Because if you're a midrange deck and you're playing against aggressive decks, if you don't have a Meathook Massacre, that's just game, right? I mean, what can you do? You can have board presence like what Esper tries to do in Jund, but at the same time, your creatures are still bigger. Your creatures still have ways of dealing damage. You have removal in hand, so it's pretty terrible against them. You're going to always have the upper hand here. Unfortunately, ever since I started kind of playing like off meta, off mid-range decks, kind of like different decks, I haven't been really facing a lot of meta decks at the moment, but I know I've designed this deck for a specific reason, and I've designed this deck to go against all the mid-range decks basically and have a very successful win rate against them. So let's break it down and get right into it, right? 26 lands, Naya based colors. Important because werewolves have to hit their curve in a very important way. I mean, our highest card or mana, or mana drop or whatever it's called, is 4 basically. Our highest card is like 4 mana, so it's still a pretty low curve, but at the same time you need to hit everything on curve, and you need to make sure that you're drawing lands and you're hitting your colors. It's very important. Like the days where you're playing 24 lands are over. They've been over, right? So yeah, 3 Flame Blessed Bolt, name it, right? You name it. I mean, Tenacious Underdog, all the other things that gain value when they die. A lot of things need to be exiled, a lot of things. So very important card at the moment. Even though Strangle is a little better because it deals 3 damage, still, I mean, you need stuff that exiles, right? So Flame Blessed Bolt made the cut. Early on removal is very important. Kumano faces Kakazan in a werewolves deck. I mean, this card synergizes with werewolves very well. Tovolar enters as a 4/4, 3/4, 3/3. Your naturalist is a 3/3, so you're already ahead of the Meathook Massacre by like 2 turns. So very good card. Also, the creature has haste. Honestly, the best like saga from Kamigawa when it comes to aggression. The best saga in my opinion. 1 mana, you get so much for 1 mana. Also deals with Loath pretty easily. Or a Wandering Emperor that has just minused, it's very good, so especially with werewolves here, it's very good. I mean, I love it, right? 1 Snakeskin Veil, because we have a lot of protection within the sideboard here, so 1 in the main deck is kind of required, especially against Vanishing Verse, right? Some of your cards are going to get exiled with Vanishing Verse. Most importantly, the Brutal Cathar, such an insane card, but the only thing is, it suffers against removal. So that's why we run protection within the main deck, or one copy of it, and then a lot in the sideboard as well. So two Goro Discipline of whatever. This card is pretty good because it gives haste to JETMIR, gives haste to the werewolves, to the wolves you create with Arlen. Also, since we're going to be modifying in a sense, we have Snakeskin Veil, Kumano here. You can create that dragon and go over the top, right? We don't have flyers within the main deck. We have a flyer within the sideboard, but not the main deck. So you can make that dragon. And since we have a lot of lands, it's not a struggle to hit 5 lands and make a dragon, you know, later on in the game. So it's kind of a grindy card, but at the same time, it can be an aggressive card as well. So it's pretty good. 3 Thundering Rebukes. I mean, still, Angels, Raffine, all of those, right? Casting Naturalist, very important 2-drop. Werewolves don't have a very good 2-drops, in my opinion, except for this and the Werewolf Pack Leader, but you can't play the Pack Leader because of the colors, right? You're playing Kumano on turn 1 usually, and you need 2 green to hit the Pack Leader on curve, so you have to play a green on turn 1, so that's not going to happen. You're not going to play the Pack Leader in this deck. So that leaves us with the Naturalist here. Very important card. It ramps. It leaves a green mana up for Snakeskin Veil or for Flameless Bolt. There's a lot you can do with one mana cards with this card, so it's pretty good. Before, I had 2 Reckoner Bankbusters. I cut one for an Unnatural Moonrise because Tovolar, when flipped, is just insane, right? And even Brutal Cathar. Basically all your werewolves, when they're flipped, it's crazy. So Unnatural Moonrise is basically an instant night mode that also draws a card and gives trample, so you can go through and hit your opponent's planeswalkers and just kill them, right? Trample is also very important. 1 Reckoner Bankbuster just for the value, and then if you play a Tovolar and you played this on 2, you can crew and attack, right? Attack for 4 on turn 3, so it's pretty good. Brutal Cathar, very important card to remove, and also we needed as many creatures as possible, so that JETMIR, we get some value off of JETMIR here. 3 Stormseekers, staple. 3 Tovolars, staple as well. Tovolar is the ace of any werewolf deck. Arlen, I guess the protector and the top end of a good top end of a werewolf deck here. Arlen does a pretty good job against midrange, since you know, you can flash in your creatures, so you can flash in your Brutal Cathar, you can flash in your, like, anything basically, even your JETMIR here. So it's very, very good. Arlen is so good with werewolves. I mean, I just love playing this card with werewolves, and it's just a decent planeswalker nonetheless in any creature deck, to be honest. Any creature deck, it's a very decent planeswalker. So love me an Arlen here. 2 of and then 3 JETMIRs here. JETMIR, you know, you don't usually get the second and third sentences, I guess, off of JETMIR. Like, you don't get the trample as often and the double strike as often, because your opponent is going to run removal and they're going to remove your creatures, but you get vigilance, and vigilance is very important against these decks that are running creatures as well, right? Midrange has creatures, and if you want to attack, you want to keep stuff back so that you can block. So vigilance is very, very handy here. And I just like the idea of running JETMIR with werewolves, you know. I mean, might as well try it out. So within the sideboard here, Tamiyo Safekeeping, 3 of them. We need protection, right? We have to have protection within a creature deck. 1 extra Thundering Rebuke, just in case we need a lot of them against Goldspan, all of those, right? Outland Liberator is a staple enchantment / artifact removal card, so 3 in the sideboard. 3 Spellbinders, in case we're playing against a control deck where we don't need the Brutal Cathar, we take the Cathar out for a Spellbinder. 2 Cemetery Prowlers for Graveyard Hate, fits within the theme of the deck, although it's not the best Graveyard Hate card out there, but it fits with the theme. It's a wolf, so if you had 3 wolves on the battlefield, Tovolar flips everything, so that's why we run it. 2 Angel Fire Ignitions if we're playing against creature heavy decks as well. This card can basically outrace your opponent, even if this card is so good when it's on the draw, because if they're being aggressive against you, they're on the play, and now you're down on board presence, you're down on life as well. This card can outrace your opponent, right? You can hit them, kill their creatures or not. If they don't block, you can basically turn the tables around against them. So we had to include that, and also this gives trample, which can kill planeswalkers as well. And then one extra copy for of Arlen here, just in case we're playing against you know, a very mid-rangey deck that runs a lot of removal, or a very control-y deck where we cut one Jetmir here and then we get an Arlen in, and yeah, that's the point of, for having Arlen. So yeah, with that being said, that's the deck. It's anti mid-range. That's the point. It's been a mid-range meta for some time now, ever since people discovered Raffine and then they discovered Jund. I'm still not sure which one is the better deck. I'm still leaning more towards Esper to being the better deck, mainly because of the removal. But I mean, Jund is just Jund. Like, some Jund decks absolutely stomps the Raffine decks. So I'm still not sure which one is the better mid-range deck, but nonetheless, we're here to battle mid-range, and since it's a mid-range meta, hopefully we win, and I'm pretty sure we do, because when I ran the other werewolf deck, the one with Vivian, they had a terrible time against us, and it wasn't even as aggressive as this one. So I'm pretty sure if I'm going to play against a mid-range list, I'm going to be winning pretty easily here. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you like. It'll help me out greatly, put me more out there. It improves the YouTube algorithm. So please like the video if you enjoy it, of course, and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. All right, let's go first. No turn to play. I mean, we have to try it. We have to. It's pretty good. Okay. Seems like we're playing against... Oh, spirits. Okay. Why are they getting so popular all of a sudden? Alright, so what do we play? We want to keep the Cathar. This is not really when it deals combat damage, draw a card. We don't want them to draw a card. But we don't know what's coming, so do we play the Stormseeker and attack? I mean, man, we're aggressive, right? We're gonna have to attack here. Let them draw a card. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we've got many options, right? We can take the Sifters and keep Veil up, right? Yeah, I like that. Yep, that's our best play right here. Sure. Let's keep the Stormseeker back here. I don't want them to draw any more cards, right? They're up on cards. They have 7 cards in hand to our 4 here, so okay. No lands, which is kind of scary, because that means like all the cards in their hand are basically threats, right? How good is Arlen at the moment? Double strike. I guess our lane is pretty good at this very moment here, but let's keep Veil up here. Since they're not running any black, that means no Meat Hook Massacre, so you can comfortably do things like that. I guess we can give haste to one of the wolves here and not care about it dying. That's why I didn't play the Den as well, just so we can keep the Veil up. Sticky Finger should come in handy pretty soon, I'm guessing. Okay, that gets them their 4th land, their much needed land drop. No attacks. Okay, Brutal Cathar is brutal for you.
We'll catch them by surprise.
Yeah, that sounds right. Let's give me this. Nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're doing our thing here. So they're probably going to sideboard a lot of removal here. So I immediately know that we need the Prowler, right? This can go out. Give me 2 Liberators as well for something like a Catilda or something like that. Also, I'm not sure about our removal. Our removal seems pretty good. This exiles, right? So let's keep the Bolt. What do we take out here? Our lane was mediocre at best. They probably are going to run like some counter spells, so probably just take out our lane and focus on our creatures here. Or maybe the Bankbuster. Like, do we need to grind against them? We can just stomp them easily, right? If I take out the Bankbuster, okay. I'm thinking about, let's take Arlen out. See how we do without Arlen, right? We've got enchantment removal, graveyard hate, we've got protection removal, sticky fingers. What else do we need from our sideboard? How can we justify Angel Fire Ignition? I guess we can't. I mean, Indestructible Haste. I'm worried about Catilda. That's what I'm worried about. But their Catilda, the Dawnheart Martyr, has protection against vampires, not werewolves. So, besides Catilda, Hallowed Haunting, maybe we should up the Liberators a little more. Let's see. Enchantment. Yeah, I don't hate that idea. Okay. -1 on the Bankbuster. Let's try this out. Let's try it out. Maybe we can play a Wandering Emperor in the sideboard. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea at all. No red. But we have the Prowler. And I mean, we can draw the red for JETMIR, right? This is very bad. Do we keep this just for the Prowler? Surely we don't. Surely we don't. They can even counter the Prowler by then. No. Okay. I guess this one is a little better. A little bit. Tovolar. It's just gotten a lot better. Okay. So this is going to be our green and this is going to be our white. Okay. Generous Visitor. Okay. What am I waiting for? I guess we drew our white source here, so let's just play a green here. curve out a bit. Another visitor. Okay. Alright. Alright, so they're playing smart here. They're not really distributing that much. Do we take the trade here? Not really. Come on. We can play Kamanu. Probably a Rebuke, but that's kind of scuffed, right? I mean, we can just play the Brutal Cathar. Disturb 3. Yikes. Okay, so we do need to keep some mana up, so... Alright, okay. Okay, let's pass. Draw and discard. Let's make a play with the Liberator here. We are gonna play a little too slow. And I mean, we have Tovlar in hand, so I would love to have some werewolves on the battlefield for Tovlar, but at the same time they have board presence as well, so it's very hard for us to get in for some damage, to draw a card especially. They discarded the land. Are they flooding? I mean, 2 lands in hand. Circle of Confinement. Okay. I mean, we're not gonna allow that to happen, surely, right? Let's just kill that before they get an extra creature. Okay. Okay. We can afford to take more damage, I guess. Apparition. Okay. Apparition is a good sideboard against Brutal Cathar. But we do this all day. Okay. So this is very interesting here. Very interesting. If we play the Naturalist, I mean, we can't justify playing the Naturalist unless we want to cast the Rebuke here, so let's just go with the Tovlar. Let's apply some pressure of our own here. They're about to put that on the flyer and draw some cards. Okay. Yep. Understandable. They're also running Circle of Confinement, but over here, well, I mean, we have to kill that, right? Stop them from drawing cards. They don't block the Tovolar. A Naturalist. Okay. Well, we're competing. We're trying to. Yeah, they're gonna take the Tovolar. Okay. We can't pass. We can't. Let's see if we draw a land here. We did. Okay. Are they going to draw all the removal in their deck? Probably. I mean, that's how it works, right? Catilda. Yep. We know about Catilda. Catilda is a major problem for us. I mean, hello? Okay. Alright. We're doing our thing here. Another Catilda. Okay. Okay. We're going to attack with the Catilda. Our best bet is to pass without playing anything here. Yeah. Can't play another naturalist here. We have to flip and hope to double spell next turn. So we've got red, 4 red sources, 3 white, 2 green. Alright, let's play 3 green and then 3 white next turn. Yeah. We have to have them flip here and hope that they don't top deck their necessary removal. Restoration is fine. They're gonna gain some life this turn for sure. That puts us on a clock, but let's hope that we can double spell next turn. That puts them at 17. 17 is tough for us to deal with. Okay, my turn. Nice. Okay. How do we play this? We get Tovlar back. Okay. I guess we don't need to attack with these. One, two. Okay. That's fine by me. We're flipping anyway. This needs to be on white. Two Catildas. I mean, that had to be the play, right? Flipping the Brutal Cathar and then double spelling, and we drew the perfect card to double spell. We got our Tovlar back, and yeah, yikes. I forgot about that when it comes to the restoration. I forgot that that was a 2-drop here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Still have the same problem to deal with, fortunately. Oh, that's the bad part about Brutal Cathar, right? But I mean, the card is just insanely good. We have to force them to block here. We lost this, unfortunately. Instead of getting the Tolar, maybe I should have killed the Restoration there. I didn't think it through, which is very, very, very unfortunate. Okay, we draw 3 cards. So it's either we draw something good here or we are dead. We didn't draw anything good. Man, Catilda is winning games, huh? Okay. Alright. It's an extremely annoying card. Extremely annoying. Okay. Bolt is like doing us nothing, basically. Nothing. Take off Sticky Fingers. Give me safekeepings here. Sticky Fingers has been such an awful card in this deck. It's been crazy. Crazy awful. Okay. We didn't see the Prowler, so... What else? We can cut a JETMIR. Angel Fire Ignition. I think we might need this, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Game 3. Hopefully our curve is a lot better. Okay, play first. A mulligan is like an instant loss. Okay. That's a good draw for the Prowler, right? I mean, we didn't have the mana for the Prowler, so... Okay. We have to be really aggressive here. I mean, I'm just gonna do it all over again, right? Sacrifice the Liberator. Yeah, but they took the Liberator. They know about it. They know what it is. 1 white, 2 red, 2 green, 2 white. Alright. This is where, like, you know, being on the play is where, like, werewolves shine, kind of. Yikes. Opponent? I'm gonna save this for a Catilda. Yeah. Which you know they have. Alright. Actually, let's play this first. 3 white, 3 red, 2 green. I mean, how are you going to defeat that? How are you going to beat that? That's insane. Okay. They need that removal for the Royal Cathar, and they got it. I think we still win no matter what, right? They gain 5, so we need to deal 2 Valar flips. 2 Valar flips. Okay. Doesn't really matter that much. Let's exile that with the Prowler. So they gain 4. But we have... How much do we have? They have to block with the apparitions here. Yeah. Okay. They've got 4. And that's game. Alright. Okay. Aggro. Okay. So since this is green, let's play this on red. Alright. Aggro, aggro, aggro. I can already think of Angel Fire Ignition being good against them, but our hand is really slow. Alright. Okay, let's play this on white and pass for now. I'd want to remove something big, like a big threat that they have, like the Thundering Raiju or something. Mardu. Interesting. Oh, they have the ninja? No? Oh, okay, okay. Alright. Cathar dies. Tovalar doesn't. A Vanishing Verse, right? Okay. Also, it's a pretty important turn 4. We're gonna have to play something here. Thalia. Thalia, huh? Thalia. Alright. Let's take the draw. Hopefully we can top deck a red land. Untapped red. We didn't. It's okay. It happens. MTG client at its finest. This is gonna get Vanishing Versed, but at least we tempoed for a bit here. Showdown. Okay, this gives us a lot of time. Fable, Selfless Samurai. What is this list? Samurai list? That's like kind of aggressive. And kind of like, but Fable isn't really all that aggressive. Fable actually ruins aggression, right? I mean, this is JETMIR, right? JETMIR. Okay. The turn where we're going to remove some stuff, we're gonna play Kumano here. So, what do we need? Do we need? We don't need double of anything. So, our best bet is to just play this on green. Yeah. Let's just play JETMIR here. Give vigilance. Thank you. Okay. We're still going to draw, so that's pretty good. And Tovlar is the ace of any werewolf deck. Drawing cards is just so important in Magic games. So important. If you don't have draw, no matter what kind of deck you are, even if you're an aggro deck, you're not really going to do anything here. So okay. Bankbuster. Okay. What a successful game we've had so far. But now they can just destroy us. Yeah. Maybe they're looking for a massacre, and they have a pretty good massacre here. But it doesn't seem like it though. Okay. What a weird pile, huh? We're not playing against meta decks at all, actually. Which is very surprising. I mean, that's how the client works, I guess. If you're not playing a meta deck, you're not gonna play against meta decks, and our deck is ready for meta decks, so it should be very interesting here. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, do we give it haste? Surely we do, right? A double block JETMIR. A double block JETMIR. Oh, there's nothing we can do about that. Very, very unfortunate. I thought that if we can top deck some protection here, that it would be pretty decent for us, but I guess not. It's fine though. Tovlar put in work this game, so not really all that worried about this game. Yeah, you're fine here. We can make a dragon that's... we can make a dragon next turn for sure. No blocks. I mean, why would I block here? We can make a dragon. We can play Arlen here. I think I do want to make a dragon though. Let's kill this reflection real quick, since we have two. This kind of changes, huh? They passed. Okay. Arlen has haste. Arlen has haste. They also have the cave. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Dragon can go over the top. But we need 5 mana for the dragon here. One, two, three. What if we plus the Arlen actually? I guess it doesn't matter because this needs to be attacking. So I guess we just attack with the Arlen here. See what they do about that. Yeah, we just attack with the Arlen. See what they do about it, and then... yeah, just go all in. Yeah, they get the cave going. We have a flame blessed bolt for the cave, so even if they block the brute, we can one shot the brute. Yeah, seems healthy for them, but not really. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Alright, pretty good. Successful first game. We were on ahead by so much, right? So protection, right? Kind of mid-rangey. I guess Angel Fire is pretty good. I don't know how to feel about the Brutal Cathar, to be honest. I mean, do we need Thundering Rebuke? What have we seen so far? Not really. I mean, we do against 3 toughness creatures, but... okay, how about this? Play Safekeepings here for the Cathars mainly, and then... Is Spellbinder good? No, it's terrible against Meathawk, so... let's play Angel Fire Ignition here. Okay. Alright. Do we risk and keep this? I mean, it's a good hand. We just need one more land. Or a 2-drop. For now. Besides the Moonrise, right? Okay. So I took out Sticky Fingers. I don't think Sticky Fingers was the deck for... Man, this is where it's terrible, right? What do we play? White or red for the Reckless Stormseeker? I guess the white can wait. We're mainly a red and green deck. Alright. So yeah, Sticky Fingers was a terrible card for the deck. Not entirely terrible, but it's, I mean, you have a very important curve with the werewolves here. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we've got nothing. Okay. So the bolts should be good against this creature here. But yeah. mean, we had to. Okay. They're on the play. We're struggling with lands. That's an automatic win for them, right? They're hitting their colors. Yeah, they have mirror going. Yeah, it's GG's. I'm gonna try here, but if we don't... nah. Alright. Game 3. That's what happens. 26 lands. I would love if I open up with, you know, at least... we have to remove that creature, by the way, because that's going to kill each and every creature that we have. So yeah, that sucks, but it's whatever. At least we get to go first here. Terrible hand, by the way, but what can you do? Oh, yeah, they mulliganed a lot. That's probably a good game here. They mulligan down to 5. Okay. They're playing so many pathways. GG's, by the way. We didn't. Alright. You never know what we top deck. We have a ton of 3 drops. So. Okay. I mean, we have to go for the Royal Cathar here. Do we? Do I care about the +1/+1 counter? Not really. At the same time, like, we have to apply the pressure, right? We have removal in hand for anything that they might draw, so what am I keeping the Cathar for exactly? Let's just get that +1/+1 counter, right? Yeah, Fable is so slow on the draw. So slow. Yeah. That's what happens. I mean, Magic is unfair, right? They still haven't figured out a way to deal with the on the draw, on the play kind of thing that they have. Because if you're playing a deck that has creatures, 90% of the time, if it's a good deck, nice. If it's a good deck that has creatures, you're going to win when you're on the play. If it's a good deck that has a healthy amount of removal, healthy amount of tempo, I mean, this is just terrible for them. That's almost game. No matter what they do, that's game. Good game. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, like, it sucks that Magic is like this. It's so unfair. But cards like Fable, I would actually... I mean, it's such a good card, don't get me wrong. Probably the second best card in Standard after Meathook Massacre. But it's just so slow when you're on the draw, right? When you're going second, it's so slow. Like, when you're getting trampled and overrun by creatures, what is it going to do? Literally, all it took is 1 removal spell and 2 Cathars, and it's game. It's game. And even if we didn't have the Cathars, we have Thundering Rebukes, Angel Fire, Ignition in hand. Like, literally, it's so unfair, right? And I feel bad for our opponent because we go through the same thing, all of us, right? As Magic the Gathering players. That's what it is when it comes to on the play and on the draw. It's so unfair. But GG's.